Welcome into this very special edition of Sports First. As you guys can see, we are live at the Camp Nou, and I'm with my two favorite people, Bobo Vieri and Ray Hudson. How's everyone feeling?
Amazing.
Yeah? Are you excited for the match?
Really excited.
Woo! How about you, Ray?
It's great. The city's been electric all day. The protestations have been good and civil. We'll talk about that. But there's a sense of expectancy all around the stadium. Biggest game in the world, biggest game always, every season. So this one is going to be even more so.
So let's begin with that. The big talk of the town was obviously the protests that were set to begin at 4 o'clock, and they did right on time. But Ray, you saw them and very peaceful protests.
Yeah, they were. And I talked to a couple of people. This was the big banner that was being shown all around, and that really sums it up. Spain sit and talk. There were elderly people more than anything that were gathering, and the crowd was growing and growing, but there was no interaction from the police. There was nothing incendiary.
Right.
There was a couple of places that got blocked because of the traffic, but that was about the top and bottom of it. There was no confrontation, but that was earlier on. You can hear the helicopters still swirling around. So there's a certain set of different tensions around this game that perhaps we haven't had before.
Absolutely, and like Ray said, there was human kind of lines blocking the intersection so cars couldn't get through, but when police asked them to move to let the cars go through, they did indeed move, so it was all very peaceful. And the other big talk of the town was that both Barcelona and Real Madrid stayed at the exact same hotel before this matchup, something that Bobo thought was cray-cray. Maybe playing a little bit of cards before the match?
100%. The Spanish, they're all teammates.
Of course.
I think they're all in one room just having fun.
But we can confirm that the Barcelona bus has arrived at the Camp Nou safely. They blocked off that entire section so that the buses can arrive safely. We haven't heard if Real Madrid has arrived yet, but we will give you updates on that throughout the show. They have arrived. Jamie Easton has said they have arrived, so both teams here safely, which was the major concern. Now it's time for the big match, and let's talk about it. Starting 11 speculation is underway, and let's talk about Real Madrid first and foremost. The big question, will it be a 4-4-2 or a 4-3-3? What do you think, Ray?
It depends, because if he does go with his score, it's going to be a very advantageous move, a very adventurous move by Zidane to come out at Barcelona, and that might be in his hand. Or is he going to flood the midfield with Valverde and Casemiro sitting, with Toni Kroos and Modric on the other sides of them? The variations are there's a number of hands that he can play, but for me, the Benzema role is going to be pivotal. I don't see Real Madrid facing anything else than a 4-3-3, of course, for Barcelona. We all know that one going in. But again, for me, Real Madrid's selection is going to be the one that determines this entire game. So pressure on Zidane to pick the right hand. What
about you, Bobo? 4-3-3 or 4-4-2?
There's only one player, and that's the number 10.
So, for Barcelona.
That's it. No, I don't know. They always play 4-3-3, so it's going to be Griezmann up front with Suarez and Messi.
Oh, for Barcelona, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I asked 4-4-2 or 4-3-3 for Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, I think I agree with Ray.
4-4-2.
Yeah,
I agree also.
And the thing is, Gab, I think with all the formations and the variations of everything, it's not going to go out the window, because these players are going to be schooled. But the games that have been leading up to this game have been erratic by both teams as well. So it's not as if both teams, they're coming in on the back of good results, but they haven't really found the synchronized footballing system, whatever system it is they play, a formation. It's all about the result in this game. The result is everything, no matter how they get it. Barcelona's got a lot of wind in their sails in different areas, but this Real Madrid team come in with some players really hitting the bar. For me, the biggest miss of all is going to be Hazard, and that converts into big pressure on Benzema, because Hazard makes it easier for Benz. He's not there, and that plays into Barcelona's hands more.
What do you think about Hazard missing his first ever edition of El Clasico? What role does that play for Real Madrid?
He's a fantastic player. He didn't start off that good. He was overweight when he presented himself.
Chunky.
Yeah, chunky. That's
had a fun summer.
Chunky.
He had a fun summer.
It's a razzle-dazzle chunky. So he had a fun summer. He was in Ibiza, I think.
Yeah, with you, maybe.
No, not with me. I don't go there anymore.
Too good for Ibiza.
He was overweight, didn't start good.
Right.
He was starting to play better, then he hurt himself. So, but like Ray said, you got Benzema. He's been there for what, 12, 13 years, something like that, 10 years.
Yeah.
And he's used to the pressure. Benzema, he's scoring so many goals this year, and I don't really. If Hazard doesn't play, I don't think it's going to be a big problem because Real Madrid have big strikers.
Sure.
They're saying probably Gareth's going to play tonight.
Gareth, yep, up front with Benzema.
So
that is the rumor.
And that
let's
could
see what
be
happens.
another situation, this strange Gareth Bale story that he comes in to redeem himself, which sounds ridiculous, but these big games are the games that Gareth Bale has actually marked his Real Madrid legacy with. But I think with Hazard being out, that team will lose something. It takes away a little bit more from Benzema that he capitalizes on from that wonderful play that we just started to see Eden Hazard perform, and now that's taken away. I think that's a blow for Real Madrid.
Let's talk a little bit about the coaches, because both coaches have their legacies on the line here. For Zinedine Zidane, he could become the first manager to go 5 Clásicos at the Camp Nou unbeaten.
Do people really care about this?
Well, they're talking about it. You don't.
Yeah,
you don't believe in the legacies.
No, I don't believe these things. I believe that there are, the two biggest teams in the world, 2 amazing coaches. They have the best players in the world. Everyone wants to watch this game. So I'm not the statistics guy.
Yeah, of course.
But Zidane's won 3 champions, the first in the league. They're fantastic coaches. They've won everything. So it's good to see them, but who cares?
Hasn't won everything.
Who cares about the coaches? I want to see the number 10 and the number 9.
All right, so let's talk about the number 10 and the number 9. Lionel Messi, your favorite stat, Bobo Vieri, hasn't scored or assisted in the last 3 Clásicos.
Okay, I'm going home now.
Oh, and Leo Messi has arrived. Jamie Easton, reveal yourself. Jamie Easton in the house. Jamie, give us the latest. How is it going?
Messi's here.
Yeah, so Jamie has shown us this mask because there is a Barca fan group that's giving this out, right?
Yeah, they're giving this out to celebrate the 6 Ballon d'Ors for the best player in the world. We'll see what happens today on the pitch.
Oh boy, wait, Jamie, come back, because I also want to talk about beach balls.
Messi.
Have you guys heard about the beach balls?
No.
Apparently, there may be some beach balls invading the Camp Nou pitch. Let's, Jamie, tell us a little bit about that.
Well, there was a newspaper saying that there would be beach balls. The organization that organizing the protest said they didn't know nothing about that, and they said, oh, it's a great idea, so bring beach balls. So we'll see what happens.
So now Tsunami said, oh, we like your idea. We want everyone to bring a beach ball, write their message on the beach ball, and maybe throw it around. So that could potentially pose a problem. We'll keep an eye on that. But as we said, the protests have been very peaceful as of late, so I really don't think that it's going to be an issue. Let's talk about the shift in balance in this Clasico, because there was a time where Real Madrid led the Clasico war by quite a large range.
Sure.
And now Barcelona, over the past decade, have closed that gap. And I already know what Bobo Vieri is going to say, so go ahead and say it. Who's the man behind this?
Messi. Messi. Every question you're going to ask us, we're going to answer with Messi.
What a fun show, guys. And I'm sure our comment section is loving that. But yeah, the power of Messi.
The history of it has been altered because of Leo's influence. And not just him. The great teams under Guardiola, of course, and they ratcheted it up. The great days of Real Madrid in their halcyon days is history. And like Bobo says, it is a wonderful history, and it's something that should be regarded with reverence. But that's for the historians.
Right.
Like Bobo says, we want the 90 minutes, we want the game, we want the start of it and the end of it, the drama that is built in. I mean, the incendiary nature of these 2 teams, eternal enemies. These aren't rivals, they're enemies. And the fans know it, and everybody else knows it. And that part of it, that powder keg, you can sense it when you come to a Clasico. I've been to 3 now in Real Madrid and Barcelona's grounds, and it doesn't change. The expectancy and the building up of the game, it's so much more than just a 90-minute game, and it's not just all about the result. It's about all of the braggadocio and we're king of the castles again. And it doesn't determine the season, but it's a great moment for the winning clubs and the winning players, and they all know it. These are the biggest games in La Liga's calendar.
It is the biggest match in the world, and the world stops for 90 minutes to watch it. Do you think it's the best game out there ever?
Yes. Well, listen, when you
because it's so much more than just a game.
And you got the 2 biggest clubs in the world. They got probably the 2 biggest stadiums in the world, and they've got all the biggest players in the world.
And budgets, right.
90% of them are playing in Barca and Real. So when you've got the big players, the technical players, the big games come out, you know. So we've had Ronaldo in the last 10 years with, you know, Benzema. Yeah. We've had Suarez, we've had Messi, we've had all these big players.
Xavi and Iniesta, everyone.
The biggest players.
Neymar.
So, yeah, Neymar. So, you know, the games, the two Clasico in the last 15 years, I think they've been the best ever.
Yeah.
And they're continuing just, you know, to show the world how big these clubs are.
Absolutely.
Right. And what is amazing for me as well is every Clasico lives up to the billing. There's always those moments that the fans and the players, they're ensconced in, not just in history, but in that folklore of what this rivalry that has taken on such a historic past. Who's going to be the hero tonight? We know there's going to be somebody out there, and it may be somebody. Look at Courtois against Valencia. Who'd have thought he would have been the hero? There's going to be somebody sitting there in that locker room that is going to be expecting to be a hero, and what dreams may come, we will see. It's already.
Let me tell you one thing. I spoke with Cassano before. He said at 8 o'clock I'm watching the game. Maybe not all the fans around the world are going to watch the game because maybe someone interested in these two teams. But every soccer player in the world, first division, second division, third division, whatever division it is going to watch this game. He's going to watch this game. Yeah. All the soccer players in the world.
Right. Because they know it's the best.
Absolutely, and there's nothing better. We talked about players who in the past have made a difference in these Clásicos, and one who will be playing in his first Clásico, the mega money buy, was Griezmann. How do you think he'll play tonight, and what kind of impact do you think that he'll get for Barcelona? His first ever Clásico. Pressure's on.
He's got a lot of pressure. He hasn't been playing up to his standard. Takes a little bit of time when Ray knows when you come to Barcelona, the way they play, and you've got to adjust to the number 10,
right?
To the way he plays. But he's getting there slowly. I think the whole world's asking, what's Messi going to do tonight? He won the 6th Ballon d'Or. He's scoring every game, giving assists, and he's scoring fantastic goals. Like he makes them seem so easy.
Right. He really does.
So when you ask me about Griezmann, if I'm at my bar with my friends, I would say, who cares? I want to see the number 10, that's all.
The number 10 is the talk of the town. So let's talk predictions because we are getting closer than ever before. We've been talking predictions all week long, and now it's the time to really stick behind it. Ray?
I think Real Madrid come in this in a better uniform manner in their team play. There's certainly a big black eye, the fact that Eden Hazard isn't lending his magic to this Real Madrid team. But they're playing awfully well together. And Barcelona have shown that they can get it together, especially at Camp Nou. But they have struggled against La Real, they've struggled against Internazionale. They have had their moments where they've been off colour. And this Real Madrid team, if Benzema is on his game, for me, they can take advantage of it. So I might take Real Madrid by 1 goal. I'll take Real Madrid 2-1.
And Benzema is your key player.
Absolutely. He's got to be the cleaner like he used to be.
No one's quite like Bobo Vieri, though.
Come on.
Oh, look at him blushing. Oh, there he goes.
It's true, though. I mean, you need that.
It is true.
You need that.
I forgot that
point.
stuff.
You forgot your past?
I forgot
well,
my
we
past.
didn't forget it. So, your prediction for tonight?
I want to see goals. I came from Milan. 1 hour flight.
I came from Miami.
That's right. I know.
Oh, goodness.
No, I want to see goals. So, I'm going to say 3-1 for Barcelona. Benzema is going to score for Real Madrid. Then I want to see 2 goals from Messi and 1 goal from Suarez.
And who's your difference maker besides Messi?
He's the only one. Gabby, what do you want me to say? I can't. Neymar's not there. Pele's not there. Maradona's not playing anymore.
So it's Messi.
Messi.
And the importance of goalkeepers, because we have a couple more minutes, so as we can talk about anything you guys want. Courtois versus Ter Stegen. You guys both say you're not fully convinced of Courtois still, even after the great performances that he's had as of late.
The type of saves that he's made, Bobo, for me, have been rudimentary saves, but he's been excellent. His last game, he was exceptional. Apart from his heroics with his last-minute assist for Big Ben's to score against Valencia. in that game, he made 3 world-class saves to keep Real Madrid in the game, and that part of it is good. I think Ter Stegen is a better overall goalkeeper, but Courtois is now showing the confidence, and the team is starting to react to him.
And Ter Stegen's been a little shaky as of late also.
Yeah, but
showing that he's human, like you said.
He's human, he's a fantastic goalkeeper, and he's used to playing these games. Courtois, when you come to Real Madrid and Barcelona, where you played before, it doesn't count. It's like you're a virgin. You come in to the Bernabeu and then no come. You know, so everything's new. So he's got to get used to playing with Real Madrid, the fans, stadium, the pressure, because you got these two clubs have pressure. It's not just putting the shirt on, let's go play.
Right.
You've got pressure. You can't make mistakes in these 2 clubs.
Barcelona undefeated in this stadium this season across all competitions. But Leo Messi, and we've spoken about this week too, saying he prefers actually to play at the Bernabeu.
Yeah, because of the manner in which Real Madrid come at Barcelona. If they do that here today, it could be, trouble for Barcelona. It depends on how Zidane sends them out. Is he going to be a little bit more conservative, especially with those 4 in the midfield, and maybe Isco doesn't play? If Isco starts this game, that's the indication that Real Madrid's going to come out of the traps like greyhounds right at them.
No, I agree. In Madrid, the thing that a Real Madrid team in Madrid being conservative, the 85,000 are going to whistle you, they're going to blow you out of the stadium. So you have to attack. Right. So that's why he's saying he prefers to play there because there's more space. Right. Here, they don't need to attack. Right. They can play in the counter attack. Right. So that's why he said there's less space here. Let's see, if they score straight away, Barcelona, there's going to be more space.
Right.
Then they're going to...
Real Madrid have to get back into it.
So, let's see what happens.
But if you were Zidane, would you come out guns blazing, or would you play a little bit more reserved?
I played in all the big teams. You got to play to win.
Especially when you're tied at the top of the table.
You always have to play to win.
Right.
You always have to play to win.
We can't forget that this Barcelona team do take on a different complexion altogether. They're a different team at Camp Nou. The fact that the Real Madrid are coming in knowing that was the same against Valencia when they went into Valencia, an intimidating atmosphere at the Mestalla, and took the game straight away to Valencia. If they play to that expression in this game, it could catch Barcelona out. As Bobo says, the first 10 minutes, we'll see how it's going to play out early.
Predictions, who scores first?
Barcelona.
Really?
Yes.
Messi.
I don't know, Messi or Suarez. I think that Messi today, he's been unstoppable for since he's been playing. But I think he's so mature, and he can change the game whenever he wants. Maybe he doesn't score, maybe gives some assists, because sometimes he comes from the back.
Absolutely.
Like we've seen the last couple of weeks with Suarez and Griezmann.
Right.
Giving them balls like, just push the ball in the net, you know what I mean? So he's so mature, so intelligent that if he sees it up front, there's no space, he's going to go a little bit further back and make the other players go in. So let's see.
Yeah, the unknown ingredients are how is Barcelona going to be able to press this Real Madrid side, because they haven't been as good as what they have been in the past with their aggression in the press. We'll have to wait and see who the lineup includes, because if it is Rakitic in there with Busquets and De Jong, then that's one element that certainly La Real took full advantage of. I thought that La Real team gave them all sorts of problems. All the good teams have given Barcelona problems on the big night, on the big game.
I think that you got to make them run.
Yeah.
They're not comfortable when
make Barcelona run. They're comfortable in possession.
They're not comfortable. So
Barcelona are sharp, Bobo. If they all play to their best with the sharpness and the synchronized football and the quickness and sharpness, then I think they can beat anybody. But they haven't found that consistently enough.
And I think they're unbeatable at home.
At home, it's
quite literally
99% of the time they win.
Undoubtedly.
Away, it's different.
Yep. Absolutely. And Jamie Easton has said that countless times, that Barcelona are one team at the Camp Nou. And we do have the starting 11. Jamie, come on in.
Oh, Jamie. Messi,
starting
Jamie's
11
Messi's
for
cousin.
Real Madrid. Courtois, goalkeeper. Carvajal, Ramos, Varane and Mendy. Midfield will see Casemiro, Fede Valverde, Kroos and Isco.
Ooh!
And Benzema and Gareth Bale. So Modric is not playing.
Wow. So the Catalan press were correct today. The Catalan press, Barcelona press, were saying that Isco would get the starting 11 spot over Modric. In Madrid, they were saying it would be Modric, and it is Isco. So now, guys, let's assess this.
Well, Isco didn't have a good game against Valencia, and I'm a big fan of his. he's an attacking player. He knits this team together in a way that the others really don't. On his day, he can damage you, and this is a good indication that I think Zidane is going to come out right from the start and coming at them.
I prefer to play and win. Like, if I play to win and I lose, I'm okay with that. But if I don't play to win and I lose, you don't feel good.
That's right.
And Real Madrid has to always play to win.
And a big response needed from Isco. If he's getting shown the faith from the boss, then he's got to really back it up. So we'll see what the bearded, bandy-legged little beauty can do, because he is capable of knitting a game together in the same way as Busquets.
Absolutely. Well, we've completely run out of time, but there you have it. The Real Madrid starting 11. We'll get you the Barcelona one shortly. Our coverage begins live and exclusively on beIN Sports. The three of us will be pitch side with the latest news in our preview show that starts at 1 o'clock, so you guys won't want to miss a minute of it. It's not a goodbye, it's a see you later. Bye, guys.
See you later.
See you later, guys.